Toad.
I
Yeah.
missed a lot too.
Recording, not streaming.
Yes, Mother
All right, not
Droid.
yet.
We are currently
Button
recording.
1, not button 2.
Actually, it's button 2, not
Tickle
button
my
1.
shoe. Wee hee ha
Damn it.
ha.
Okay. So, hello
Fucking
everyone,
arm.
and welcome back to D20. Welcome back to the Firebird campaign. The guys have descended down into a riverbank, or into a river valley near the ocean, and they have found a set of buildings with machinery dug into the sides of the river valley. They've determined that the place is unlikely to flood, at least not imminently. So, you now have this machinery-filled environment. What would you like to do?
I would like to look around and see how...
I'd like to check if any of the machines are still in working condition,
Yeah.
have any fuel in them, or if they don't, if they're scavengeable for parts that are going to be useful in building some form of.
I want to scout.
We'll figure it out
There's
once I
no one
see
else
it.
here.
Once I want to
I
find
wanna
out
do
everything
that.
I can.
I
Yeah. You guys
want to
scout. I'll check all the
determine.
shit.
I want to determine what type of like whether this was a manufactory or a mining setup, or what sort of purpose the machines seem to use.
Okay, so
So knowledge
50.
technology, I guess. Yep.
knowledge technology.
Yay. So
And
22.
me and
Kurt,
Paul Bart
spot.
goes search. Okay. Search.
Oh shit, Toad!
Oh, nice.
Congratulations.
Yay.
Useful.
And 11.
Quality. Oh!
Something
So-
else. You said spot.
Yes, spot.
I got 20 then.
Alex, what are you up to?
Just come with me. We can lurk together.
Don't do it. It's a trap.
Come on, Paul.
You're Alex Scaldera.
Shut up! I'm Iron Man.
I wanted the
Okay,
guy in the
let's
suit.
Fine.
Alone.
Really? Really?
We're just searching.
Uh-huh. Okay, let's go.
I
Okay.
got 20, by the way. I don't know if you wanted my
Is that Droid?
So what did you get from knowledge technology? 50?
I got 22.
22. And Toad got a natural 20 plus
What was I rolling against? Was that a spot or
knowledge technology, because
Oh,
you're checking out the machine.
9? So 29.
29 with a nat 20. Okay. So, our more security conscious and individuals decide to check the area out from a security standpoint, and our more techie scientific individuals fall upon the machinery with looks of glee as they decide to figure out what the fuck's going on here. So let's resolve the machinery, at least the start of the machinery first. Eric and Percival start poking around. It appears to be some kind of multi-stage manufactory. From the look of the equipment, it's probably a limb-arm-assisted construction manufactory of the sort that you'd expect to be used for producing motor vehicles or some kind of vehicular device.
Does it look like they're using were they manufacturing with metal components, plastics? Like what
They
sort
appear to
of
have been
tools?
manufacturing. They appear to have been manufacturing with metal because several of the arms that you find appear to have some kind of welding.
I like this.
Attachment.
All right. So
Interesting.
is anything still in working condition?
With the knowledge you have of technology, you can determine that most of it, if you were to power it up and clean off the vines that are wrapped around joints and things, probably work. It probably wouldn't work for a huge amount of time because it probably needs a huge amount of greasing and oiling and grinding away
Oh,
of dust
okay.
and rust and God knows what else. Now, the
Okay.
search team,
Yes. Yep.
Kurt, Alex, and Damien are sort of basically playing scout and searchers, basically playing security in a way. And you guys go exploring. Little, not far from the group, but a little distance away as you sort of go and check corners and check lines of sight and things to make sure see what's going on. Round one of the corners, you come across a half broken, half sort of intact creature that seems very similar to the creature you fort on the beach, but instead of being about 7 foot tall at the shoulder, this thing looks to be more like 14 or 15 foot tall.
We killed one of its children.
Uh,
Son of a
it's-
bitch.
Ooh,
It's
shit.
kind
Does it
of
notice us?
as far as you can tell, it's not alive. Like the one that you fought on the plains was slightly glowing. It was very twitchy and active and moving a lot. This thing is just lying on its side, its legs sort of slightly splayed. It appears to
Good. Be sleeping.
it could be sleeping.
Yeah, we put a round in its head while we got the chance.
I would unload a clip, but okay.
I have a shotgun, so that was my thought.
Oh, again, unload everything you got in while we can. It's
Or we could just leave it alone.
I like the idea of getting rid of it personally.
You could crush it with your big metal hands there, Iron Man.
You know, just send 50 over. He'll cut off
Could
its
I
hands
crush
and
it
we'll
with
be
my big
fine.
iron hands? Could I do like an intelligence check to think possibly based on the other one?
Yeah, go ahead. Like roll. What would be the best thing? Craft mechanical, actually.
Okay. Let's see. And roll.
You're just gonna try to crush it with your big
That
hands.
is a 5. Why did I roll it? This dice
That's
sucks.
a 3.
I know. Well, plus my 2.
Have the big dice of good luck.
Okay.
That dice gave me 3 ones last.
That's why I gave it to him.
Oh, good job.
20.
Wow, there you
Yes.
go. 18, damn.
Okay, so Alex sort of steps back. He's looking at this 17-foot tall thing lying on its side, just kind of 14-foot tall thing lying on its side, just kind of thinking about it. You're in a semi-broken down building. Alex is a specialist in construction. He looks up at the semi-broken ceiling and at the strut support supporting it and gets an idea.
Oh. We could just collapse this part of the building on it.
Okay.
I
That will
suggest
kill
we
it.
do that.
Okay.
Sure, I'm down with that.
All right. Let's do it. So
What's
I'm gonna-
in that part of the
How
building?
do you suggest we do it, though?
He knocks it down with his big iron body.
Again. We just need to deal with the struts. They're very weak. And that part will easily collapse.
All right.
Fuck. We're so dead. Anyways.
Never thought you'd
Okay.
get this far, eh?
We're gonna stand
So-
back a little bit and let you do your thing.
A little bit of DM information that Scaldera won't be aware of because he wasn't with us in our previous campaigns. One of the pieces of equipment you have with you is something called a magnetic ripper.
Okay.
A magnetic ripper is essentially a sci-fi chainsaw. It produces 2 magnetic fields that run in opposition to each other and basically just tears metallic things apart.
Ah.
So you actually have a magnetic anti-metal chainsaw
Ooh.
as part of your equipment.
Oh, where's our tokens for that? I had a token
When you
for
put it that way, that sounds so sexy.
That
Magnetic
does.
anti-metal chainsaw. Jeez,
Now you know why I loved using it so much in the first campaign.
that sounds
Dun,
fantastic.
Dun, dun.
Okay, so you
Alright.
have a choice of how to approach this. You can choose to.
Or we could leave it.
yeah, you could leave it.
Or because this thing has cybernetics, how useful? Okay, we're gonna go back to me thinking for a minute. Ripper gun into skull of creature.
Okay.
Would that okay? The cut roughly. Could I chop through the neck before it wakes up if it can wake
If it's
up?
even awake, yeah.
You don't know how resilient these things are. This thing, like, you might smack that against its neck and you might find out that it's made out of completely non-ferrous metal.
Ooh.
In which case, your magnetic ripper will do fuck all because it only works on ferrous objects.
Or if you aim things right, you can pull the metal behind it through it.
Yes.
I could.
I did
If
that
you
with the
want, we can
crowbar
add the
once.
gambler into it.
Possible metal to do that with?
What'd you say?
Is there metal to do that with?
Yes, you're in a broken down building.
Oh, fantastic. Let's do that. I like that.
Okay.
Okay. So,
My vote
Alex
to leave
gets
it
the
is
idea
not happening.
of-
No. There's no voting here.
Good luck there, friend.
Iron Man
Okay.
got this. Iron
Roll
Alex.
sneak.
Oh shit.
Yeah, sneak around there, Iron Man.
I don't have sneak.
Nope. So you have to roll a flat d20.
Woo!
Uh,
Reroll this a
So-
little bit before I actually roll. I don't want to be on 18 when I hit bar. Okay, there we go.
Oh, that
That
almost
was
was wrong.
almost bad.
That would have
Lucky
been
13.
amazing.
Okay.
Oh.
Damien stands looking at this thing for a while with Alex stands looking at this thing with a while with Damien Kurt nearby, and then Alex, in his giant robotic armored spacesuit, crouches down and starts to shuffle towards the creature. Clank, clank, clank,
Oh,
clank, 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 clank. Clank, 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 clank,
that's
clank.
Maybe
beautiful.
we shouldn't have gotten Iron Man to do this.
I didn't want to do this. I wanted to leave it.
So, surprisingly, he gets within 5 foot of it, and it hasn't moved yet.
Is it awake?
Awesome.
It hasn't moved.
Skull's gonna be. Never mind.
I will accept my death.
Okay, so do you want to throw a piece of metal underneath it and try and rip it through with the magnetic ripper?
Do I have to throw it? Can I just ease it?
Well, yes, you can ease a piece of metal underneath it.
Okay, I'm going to ease a piece of metal underneath it.
So out comes the dice, and I roll the dice.
13.
Okay. So Alex pats around himself with his big metal fists and kind of scoots a piece of metal from underneath something and looks at it. He can roughly guess it's probably going to be ferrous metal and just kind of scoots it under the thing's neck. So you have this guy in an armored construction suit. This is something designed for building colony buildings, and he's just crouched next to this 17-foot tall thing's neck. If this thing woke up, all it would have to do would lower its chin, and it could probably bite his leg off. And he's just standing there. Now,
I'm a ballsy man.
Yeah, that's one word for it.
Some would call it crazy. I would call it courage.
Alex
I call it stupidity, but okay.
I do too.
draws his magnetic
Dirted.
ripper. Alex draws his magnetic ripper. His magnetic ripper is a double generation magnetic chainsaw, basically. It's designed to create a magnetic effect that will rip and tear at metal objects and produce an awful lot of force very, very quickly. He places it against the creature's neck and roll an attack roll.
Oh, God. We're gonna die.
Oh.
Well,
It's nice
Almost
knowing
did
you guys.
So
We're away from it. We can
Wait.
still run.
Did you roll?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
rolled a 4.
did it roll? Okay.
You rolled 4 plus 8, so you get
Alright.
12. Alex presses this magnetic chainsaw against the creature's neck and discharges it. The magnetic cycler charges up with a soft and the 2 magnetic discharge plates activate. One of the rare times when ferrocite is used outside of spaceship production. And the 2 magnetic fields activate and the gun jerks slightly in his hands and a piece of metal comes flying through the creature's neck and basically turns into powder in between the 2 magnetic fields. And the creature now has a 2-foot hole in its neck and is oozing a huge amount of black goop onto the floor.
Okay.
Well, is it moving?
Nope.
Oh, well, maybe it's dead then.
If it wasn't dead before, it's probably dead now.
You don't know that?
That's black goo.
All right, so we should leave it alone now.
Yeah.
We know it's
Okay,
officially
leave it
dead. Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna wander back over.
Well, can I give you a high five?
Sure.
And then take my hand away as you miss my hand and say, gotcha.
I'm gonna roll. Make sure I don't miss.
Okay, roll an attack roll.
You're gonna attack it again?
No, he's
No.
making sure you can't pull your hand away.
Oh.
That's an 18.
18 plus 8. Roll a reflex slave, please, Kurt.
Are you serious?
Yeah?
Yeah.
What the heck
You
is-
asked for the high five, motherfucker.
I don't want your high five. I was joking. 13?
And there's the
Yeah.
coil ripper image we used previously, so 6 is 6 a
Beautiful.
thing.
Is there anything else I add to that?
Your reflex save bonus.
Reflex save. I'm sorry. I always forget where that's at.
It's next to your. It's just above your weapons on the right hand side.
Oh, okay. It's plus 8.
Okay, so
21.
Kurt walks up and holds out his hand to Alex, and just as Alex reaches out, he tries to snatch his hand away. Alex just gives him a deadpan look and slaps his hand. Like, yeah. You want to play?
That's awesome. That's great.
So you have found this creature and you have dealt with it, and you have discovered your magnetic coil ripper is highly useful for pulling metal things and destroying
It
metal
is.
things. So, and sciencey boffins have decided that this is some kind of manufactory focusing on the production of large vehicle-like objects.
All right. Seeing as how a lot of them are in disrepair, but I assume not all the parts are. Could I dismantle multiple machines and rig a singular working, I guess, half-ass go-kart? I want to make a space go-kart out of this shit.
You haven't gone looking for a vehicle yet. Like, you've
Yeah.
determined this place possibly made vehicles.
You are such a
That's
jackass.
true. I mean, I assume everything's going to be gone already, seeing as how
It's abandoned.
it's
Or
abandoned.
like how the planet is only inhabited by cybernetic critters and space crabs.
And us.
As
They
far as
stole the
we've
ship
seen.
or the vehicles. Yeah.
You could still look through the rest of the place, though. Wouldn't hurt.
Go look around and see
Yeah.
if there's any sign of a vehicle anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're already looking. We can continue.
Alright.
The
okay.
welding heads on these droid,
Mm,
are they arc or gas?
arc.
Hmm. That's less fun to play with. Damn it.
What is it with your character's obsession with blowing shit up with gas?
I'm not trying to
That
blow
makes the
anything
big
up.
Boom boom.
I want to look around for, say, like a smaller tech lab or like a maintenance lab that would have welders for fixing these machines, and try to find
Okay,
myself
so-
some sort of gas-based welder.
Okay, so you are dividing up to do search and reconnaissance. So who's in which team? We've got the guys who are searching the general facility for a vehicle, and we've got the guys who are searching for tools.
So we should go back and obviously have one of the more secure people stick with the less secure people.
Yep.
I don't feel like separating all of the orange people.
Yeah,
alone.
I need help. I'm very insecure.
I can stick with them. I'll stick with Toad if you want.
What's Toad
So-
looking for?
Equipment and machinery.
In that case, I can't come with them. I'm looking for vehicles.
Yeah, I'll stick with Toad. Or
Okay.
and it makes kind of more sense for Alex's character to go with the vehicles too, in case he needs to do any
Yeah.
kind of movement.
That sounds like a good plan.
Okay, so you head out exploring the facility in different directions to have a look around. Toad and Kurt and Percival focus on looking for side rooms and engineering bays and cross bays, things like that. Whereas Damien, Eric, and Alex, they go hunting more for sort of the end of the production line. So they're headed off towards the end of the production line to see if they can find any sort of completed vehicles. Everything seems to be very run down, very old. Nothing seems to be very functional or in a working order as far as you can tell. As you get further and further towards the ocean, things get more and more overgrown as you head down the construction line. Things get more and more sort of covered over with plant life and bits and pieces of moss and algae and God knows what else. But as you sort of get towards the end of the production line with things really heavily overgrown with masses of plant life starting to grow up, obviously the river is a nice sort of life-rich, or the ocean is a nice sort of life-rich area on this planet. You come across the end of the production line, you come across a vehicle kind of embedded into the forestry.
So they
What
come
is
across
its
the vehicle.
means of locomotion?
They'd have to investigate that to find out.
Yeah, we're not with them technically.
I know.
It looks cool though.
I just wanted free information.
I'm gonna examine the vehicle for
Okay.
any means of like one, getting in the vehicle, and two, if there's like a some sort of see if you can find out how it runs or flies or something.
Okay, so if you guys give me search, no technology, craft structural, pretty much roll what you think is going to be useful, and I will have a chat with Kurt and Percival while you do your rolls. So Kurt and Percival have been hunting around these side rooms. You find a couple of rooms that are more or less intact. You find one with a computer relay interface inside it.
Mhm.
Of course, Percival immediately tries to interface with it and finds that, again, nothing he has allows him to actually understand the files or folders that are present. And as you're going through...
The beacon that I've been dragging along with me, because I did say I want to bring that.
Yes?
I want to hook that up to this computer and try to get this computer's storage on the beacon. Because this beacon had like huge amounts of information.
You want to try to download information from the computer
To my more portable device, yes.
Okay. So, computer use, please.
Oh, you're going to make me roll for it?
Yeah, you're using alien technology, dude.
I know.
Failed
Ouch.
miserably.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Damien, Eric, and Alex, what have we got as far as knowledge-wise?
I went technology, so I got 25.
25, knowledge technology. Damien, what did you go for?
I did a search check for and I got 12.
12. Alex, did you roll anything?
I rolled. We're looking for technology. I'll help in. That would be a spot. Let's see. That would be a fucking every time I do anything, Word minimizes and tries to close. It's really annoying. Where is it at? Search. Oh, that's only a what is that? A 13 for search.
15. Okay, so Damien and Alex. Damien and Alex start off by kind of swarming over the vessel. Alex is reasonably knowledgeable about construction and structural engineering, so he's digging about, and Damien's just having a look. You find basically the vessel has an entryway, a cockpit, basically, and the cockpit opens. It has a control seat with an open window, or not necessarily an open window, but a broken window. It's situated what you would presume is the front, because it's got a window, so obviously you're traveling in that direction. And behind the seat in the cockpit is a set of steps going down into the vessel, or into the vehicle.
Quick
Once
question:
you find-
How big is this vessel?
It's about 10 feet tall by 15 foot wide by about 25 foot long.
So how much do you think it'll probably fit? Like it'll probably fit like about 5 people.
Yeah, you're talking about something. The interior dimensions is something slightly over the size of a reasonable sized SUV.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
So Eric, once you find your way in and your searching is done, Eric stamps down and gets to work with his knowledge of technology. As far as he can determine, the vessel uses a kind of projected magnetic field, projected magnetic force to levitate itself.
Oh, what? You say it runs on magnets?
Magnets, you say?
So theoretically, it would need some kind of metal track to run on, or some kind of roadway that contains a ferrous material for it to push against.
Theoretically.
Theoretically, like as far as your knowledge of technology goes, it would need some kind of system to work on. It's buggered all to hell. At a rough guess, you'd say that, like, from the look of the damage to it and the growth on it, it's probably 120 years old.
120 years
Okay.
old.
Does anything power up on the inside? Is there anything that's like, okay. I want to look for a battery, fusion, anything, reactor, anything that provides power to this thing.
Okay, so you'll be searching for that. Meanwhile, we'll jump back to Toad and Kurt and Percival. Kurt and Percival, you failed to interact with the computer, so you continue searching for your tools and bits and pieces. You go into one side room and you find a spacesuit lying on the floor. It's quite an old style of spacesuit. It's a kind of like you would recognize it as being a spacesuit from much earlier in the life cycle of human beings. And it certainly looks like a human being spacesuit. Like, you recognize the core system flag on the side of the spacesuit.
Okay. Can we search it? See if there's anything useful about
1
it.
second.
Oh.
Okay, but there we go. It's lying face down on the floor. It's not moving. It seems to be very old. It's got grass and moss growing on it.
Let's flip it over.
Is it inhabited by someone? So,
Flip it and quit it? Okay.
or is it an empty suit?
You'd have to check.
All right, let's check that first.
That's what I'm doing. I'm flipping it over.
You sure
You
you
just
want to
did-
do it?
what the-
I could do it.
Who is messing with this?
Narada, bitch. That
I
ain't
don't
me.
know. I'm just accepting whenever someone opens stuff.
Okay. So Percival and Kurt flip over the suit, and inside is the mummified remains of something that appears to be human. It's very cadaverous. It's been mummified. Its skin is shrunk over its skull. It's got no eyes left. Its lips are pulled back, and its teeth are exposed, but it looks to be human.
Okay. We should search it. Is there pockets or anything else like useful?
Yeah, there's loads of pockets.
We should search it. Let's search it and see if there's anything useful in it.
Okay.
So you find a couple of notepads, some extremely old survival rations in tinfoil, like sealed containers. You find a very, very old style pistol.
Ooh, I want the ancient
find-
weaponry.
Okay, you can take with you a let's call it old pistol. Let's just refer to it as old pistol.
You take that. Have fun.
And you also find the data box for the suit itself.
I'll take that.
But I got all the computer stuff.
I know.
Okay, fair
That's why
enough.
I'm taking it.
Okay. So back at the ship, the guys have been searching, looking for some way to power it on, looking for this. You find that, as far as you can tell, it powers itself off a kind of long-term storage battery. It's probably drained, possibly drained. You don't know. However, while you're searching and digging around, one of you, after a while, sort of just comes up with the idea of sitting in the cockpit seat, and you sit in the cockpit seat, and it's remarkably familiar to anyone who's driven a basic space shuttle. You just reach out and hit where you would expect the on control to be, and there's a thrum, and the lights in the cockpit light up.
Ooh, so it works. Technically.
Technically,
What's the power readout on it?
Probably take you 10, 15 minutes digging around looking for the power readout, but after a while you figure out like which bit is the power readout. It's an odd, like normally power readouts are bars. This one's got for some reason a circular display, bit like a clock face display for the power readout. It's reading empty, like it doesn't believe it's got any power left.
But
So
those
what we need to
lights
do is we
on.
need to find some inadequate power source. Basically.
The lights are on that everything's powering up, but it's showing there is no power.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like
I would
in a
like
car.
to. I'd like to turn it off and then go look for the fuse box or fuses, spark plugs, anything I can find that's going to resemble a. I don't know how this shit works. It's alien to me. I was like, I don't know. Let's go find some stuff and see if shit's blowing. I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm
I
wondering
can figure
why
out
it
the
has no
basics.
power. Let's look at its spark plugs.
Exactly. Like my guy's a dumbass. I can figure out the basics of building like a friggin'. I can build shit. Just I don't know how spaceships work. It doesn't.
To be perfectly honest, like you with your knowledge of technology and your knowledge of Earth life sciences, you're actually a very intelligent character.
That's true.
As far
Okay,
you have
My
quite a lot of-
character's intelligent. I, on the other hand,
Okay, so Kurt and Percival, what are you going to be up to?
Okay,
We
well,
searched the rest of the rooms to see if
raided
there's
this
anything.
guy. Yeah, let's keep on
So-
looking.
You continue looking around. Most of the other rooms are either collapsed or don't contain anything of much interest. But most of it is too old and decayed to be of any use.
Okay.
So no tools?
None that you can find.
Nothing besides the spacesuit. Well, we have
Space
information.
and computer,
The computer we can't access.
No.
as far as you're aware.
Well, I could shoot
That,
it.
that was the spaceman's computer, not the computer that I tried that was the alien computer.
Well, yeah, we can't access the alien computer, is what I meant.
Mhm.
But I think we should take this and consider with the group what we should do next with this information. Unless you want to open it now and check it now, the spaceman computer thingy.
Here's the other thing. Let's radio up the group because we're all in freaking spacesuits and see what they want to do.
Probably a
That's
good
an
idea.
Okay, sure. We can
I
do that.
just
We can do- we can
remembered
do it
that
the hard.
from our first campaign. It took us like 6 hours to figure out we can use the radio.
it did
Hey,
take
wait,
a
wait!
long
Before
time.
you radio them, can I ask you something?
What?
No matter what, let's make a bond right here.
Really?
No, not-
You tried to leave me.
Make
No,
the
no,
penises
no.
kiss.
You
I
punched
know
me in the
that we-
face.
I know that we've had our rough times.
I heard that. Whoever said that in the background. Holy shit!
We're
Why
waiting for
would
that.
you
We
say
can make a
that?
pack right now. Like, if you want, I'll let you slug.
He's very intense on this pact. He's not giving the details on how the pact.
I can't because
So I assume it's either a blood oath or something very.
it's not a blood oath. It's just we get out kind of thing. Like we got each other's back.
And each
But
other's
don't forget-
groins together. Okay,
Don't
got it.
forget that we started out together.
Oh,
I think you have a very different idea of our relationship than what it actually is. And we'll put this on the back burner and, forget about it and let it boil over and walk away.
Are you declining my invite?
Currently.
I
consider
think
punching
he-
you again.
he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to do that, Kurt.
Nobody else heard it. I don't think so. It makes.
Oh,
it sound
I
better.
heard it. It
I'm
was...
just- I'm just-
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Uh.
Percival's
Oh.
response to this pact suggestion?
Let's put it on the back burner and let it boil
Okay.
over and forget about it and walk away.
Okay, okay. So you guys headed back to the other group.
So we didn't radio them.
Radio them, yes. Are you going to radio them?
I think we should just go back. There's no point to radio them. We're gonna go
Well,
back anyway.
Maybe
Something
they have
else.
some other thoughts for stuff we should look for on our way out.
My opinion of you is over. I'm walking back with or without you.
Wow.
You didn't accept my pack. My feelings are hurt. I'm leaving.
My opinion of you is over. Holy shit.
He doesn't
That
even
was
have an
very
opinion
sad.
anymore.
Savage.
I'm sensitive. I miss my wife. I want to go home, and my only friend has now declined my.
Wait, what?
We should become friends.
We're not friends.
I can't laugh properly. You hurt me.
Oh man.
Keep in mind, I hit you because
God damn
the
it.
only distinguishable note is that we were attacked was because of you. But that doesn't mean we weren't friends. I did shoot you, but
What?
it was an accident.
I've punched you and shot you, but we're still friends.
Like, you're worse than Hannibal, dude. Shit.
Well, with little Miss Kurt having her panties all up in a bunch, and we're walking back to the rest of the group, we're now 36 minutes in. I say we take break and come back in a moment.
Okie dokie.